What is that doing in food sold from spaza shops, killing our children? A Rwandan genocide suspect fears for his life in a Cape Town prison. And the UK government has moved to ban single-use vapes. Are we next? Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. Good to be with you.
This is Eyewitness News.
What on earth is going on? 24 learners from Enzani Primary School have been hospitalised. They'd been eating snacks allegedly bought from a local spaza shop. It's understood the pupils fell ill. They reported having stomach cramps and vomiting. All are now in a stable condition.
We would like to indicate as a department that the MEC for Education has actually urged parents, school communities and school management teams to monitor what these children are consuming, be it inside or outside the school, so that we curb such from happening. But we're also going to work collaboratively with the relevant stakeholders to assist us to monitor what these people are selling in the communities.
Gauteng police say traces of a chemical used to kill insects were found on samples of food sold at 2 spaza shops in Soweto, where 6 children recently died. Officers confiscated the products during a raid following concerns by the community. The children aged between 6 and 9 died after allegedly eating snacks from the shops earlier this month.
The pathologists, they reflected that it is carbamate. It is a bait which kills the insect.
But will anyone be charged?
Not to say somebody is not going to be held criminally liable, but the investigation, yes, of course, as they have taken the samples from those areas where it is suspected that they might have taken that.
There was another suspected food poisoning incident in Gauteng yesterday. 16 learners in Tembisa were rushed to several nearby hospitals. They reported experiencing dizziness and vomiting after allegedly eating acha bought from other learners. At least 400 people have been stuck on Cape Town's Table Mountain this afternoon, and operations are still underway to evacuate them. That's after a fire broke out at the lower cableway station. Fire and rescue teams say lithium batteries have been burning and causing thick smoke on site since the blaze flared up. Now, this story contains some graphic and disturbing details. The landlord of the home in Orlando, Soweto, where 6-year-old Amantla Samane was raped and murdered, may be facing a criminal case, that of harbouring an illegal immigrant. This comes after the suspect in the matter was arrested last night after being on the run earlier this week. Samane was discovered dead in the suspect's shack. Gauteng Police Commissioner Tommy Tombeni says it's concerning that South Africans continue to rent out properties to undocumented people. Mind-blowing to think that no vetting goes into the extremely important position of mayor, but that is what apparently happened. ANC Gauteng chairperson Panyaza Lesufi says he's not sure whether Jama-ah councillor Kabelo Gwamanda was vetted before being elected Joburg mayor. Gwamanda, who's currently Community Development MMC, was elected to the city's highest office last year through the backing of the ANC and EFF. Earlier this week, he was placed on special leave after being arrested for fraud over his involvement in a bogus funeral insurance scheme.
I'm not exactly sure that the vetting process that we normally do as the ANC was requested and was utilized. But I've seen in some reports the regional secretary saying that it was done and they didn't pick it up because at that time there was no case.
A Rwandan genocide suspect has been moved from Pollsmoor prison in Cape Town to Helderstrom prison in Caledon due to a security threat against him. Fulgun's Kayashima has been behind bars since May last year, following his arrest at a farm in Paarl. He's accused of being on the run for more than 2 decades and living in South Africa under a false name.
Fulgens Kaishema was not in court today because police were unable to get him from the Caledon prison on time for his appearance. Kaishema is facing 56 immigration-related offences and is believed to be the most wanted remaining fugitives of the Rwandan genocide in 1994. His family spokesperson, Joseph Habinshuti, says news about a threat of his safety in prison are not shocking.
Because there is a vendetta in our country that whoever they don't want, they put any charge, and when they can't, they eliminate him.
Ndutuzelo Nene, Eyewitness News.
The NPA has denied claims that its corruption case against former Sports Minister Zizi Kodwa and his co-accused Jehan McKay is weak. The pair appeared in the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court on charges of fraud and corruption. Between 2015 and 2016, Kodwa allegedly received almost 1.6 million rand in kickbacks to influence the awarding of tenders to McKay's Executive Enterprise Holdings Company.
As the NPA, we enrolled the matter because there were prospects of a successful prosecution. The accused will get a fair opportunity to state their side of the story. But as the NPA, we are convinced with the evidence that we have at our disposal that they do have a case to answer.
The ANC's first Deputy Secretary General, Nomvula Mokonyane, says this is a painful journey for the ANC. She's praised those who've swiftly stepped aside.
Once these allegations were brought against them and they were charged, they gave the ANC a chance to move on. We are a movement that is constituted by individuals with all our imperfections. And what we must then do is to give the space to these processes because we don't know where they will lead us to. Maybe people will be convicted. Maybe people will be acquitted.
In the UK, the government there has moved to ban single-use vapes. The legislation laid out in Parliament is set to take effect from the 1st of June next year. Ministers say these vapes are extremely wasteful and devastate the environment. Last year, it was estimated that almost 5 million single-use vapes were either littered or thrown away in general waste each week in the UK. Not only that, but they can kill you. That's it from us. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.